At Checkered Marketing, we've been concerned with woodworks trying to build woodworking furniture with today's economy, since prices have risen so much that it's difficult to purchase wood to build projects with because of the cost. If you're trying to build a coffee table and you're using oak, walnut, cherry, those types of woods make beautiful coffee tables, but you'll spend $40 to $80 just for the material. So Checkered Marketing has developed building this quality furniture by using construction grade 2x4 studs. If you build a coffee table out of 2x4 construction studs, you can build the table we're showing you today out of 7 2x4 studs at a total cost of under $12. We will start out by showing you that 2x4s have rounded edges, and they're 1.5 thick by 3.5 wide. If you try to make a joint with that, you'll see a groove there and rounded corners. So we have to start planing the thickness down, so 1.25 thick instead of 1.5 thick. So we'll start out by using a thickness planer to do this. When you plane this down to 1.25 thickness, you want to plane down equally on each side. Then you'll joint one edge and then rip it to 3.25. Now that we have jointed one edge of each board straight, we're going to rip them 3.25 inches wide. After you get all your boards squared up, then it's time to start cutting them out and start cutting joints. If you, after you watch this video, you want to build this coffee table, you may buy a plan for it. And the plan comes complete with a complete set of drawings, detailed plans, bill of materials, tells you all the materials you need to build it, and a plan and procedure. And should you decide to buy it, as soon as you pay for it, this will be emailed to you immediately. Now we have cut out our two sides of our top, and we have laid out the mortise joints that holds it together. Now we are cutting the two ends and the middle section of the top. Since all three of those are exactly alike, we set up a jig, and we will be cutting all three of those out so they're exactly the same size. We'll be cutting this on the radial arm saw. Jig set up, so we'll cut it exactly the same length. We have now set up the mortise machine after we've marked our mortise joints, and we'll cut the mortises in this piece and then the other piece. There's one mortise joint. Now we'll cut the other too. We'll make this shoulder cut first, then we'll make the cheek cut. So we'll cut the shoulders first on the table saw. We have now set up this tenon jig, and we'll cut the cheek right here. Turn it around, cut the other cheek. We'll do that on all three of them. Since these are blind joints where you can't see the joint, we have to notch this out right here like this, and we'll do that on the table saw. Now that'll fit right in that joint right there, nice and snug. We will now assemble this top and check it for fit, and if it fits, then we'll glue it together. Fits together nice, so now we're ready to take it apart and glue it together. Well, now we have this ready to clamp and glue. Usually you'll clamp it first to make sure it fits alright, and then after that you'll take it apart and we'll start putting glue in the mortises and on the tendons and assembling it. We'll start by putting glue down in the mortise slot, and we'll brush it up the sides to where there's plenty of glue to hold the joint good. We'll also put some glue on the tenon glue on the tenon all the way around. You can do too much glue to where it runs all over, but you want to use plenty so the joint holds good. Then we'll slide that right down there, like that. Okay.